Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Mount Tammany Ridge. You got John here, and I'm kind of doing pretty much all things woodyard related today. However, we're not going to be starting out with the wood for as much as I'd like to just fire up the splitter and just start cranking out the rounds. We've got a little bit of a mess down here at the woodyard. We've had some exceptionally heavy rain over the past week. The end of the weekend and the beginning of the week was really bad for some neighboring towns here. This part of the state, these several towns have been considered a disaster area, actually. Down here, like I said, it's a mess, but it's nothing like what, like I said, the neighboring towns have been dealing with. So let me get the camera spun around, and I'll give you an idea of what kind of cleanup I'm going to be doing here. So now that I'm done goofing around here, working, just so that I can come back through it to skid steer and pivot and turn and mess it all up again. The main reason of going through all that was to reclaim the gravel, bring it kind of back uphill, so that the next storm can wash it back down. So but now that I got all that reclaimed, pulled back up here, I'll be able to have something to work with to refill the trenches when they do reappear. So I'm gonna pop the bucket off the skid steer, gonna throw the forks on, get back under those bag loops. We're gonna crank up that log splitter and get to it. Now the the other thing that I'm gonna be able to benefit from is our Mahindra tractor just recently had the starter kind of leave us stranded there. So we had to put a new starter in it. That took about a week to wait for the parts to come in for that. So I will actually be able to utilize that again in today's video. I have a big snow bucket on it. I usually go up to the pile, scoop up as much as I can, and then, you know, usually hop off and throw a few extra rounds on there, and then I bring it around to the splitter and take the rounds off from there. So that will be nice to have that back. That way I don't have to manually, you know, go over there and take rounds off the ground and put them up on the spool. So the spool, usually that's there just for me to take off a big piece and set it behind me instead of dropping it on the ground somewhere and then processing it as I, you know, make my way, well, through the round. So let's get to it. I'll stop yammering and probably set you up on some time lapse and kind of let you watch what's going on around here. I think that's going to be it as far as recording for today. I'm going to keep on piling some more and a couple more of these totes. I'm going to try to get 2 more of these log lift bags done. Speaking of log lift, these bags are pretty awesome. I've been using the IBC totes. I've got, like, I don't know, 21, 22 of them, and they're really, really nice to have. You can just kind of quick go up to them, pick them up, move them around, and all that's great. But they've just gotten so expensive to buy. It's a little bit of labor of love with the totes. I choose to stack my firewood and the totes, and I just I like it being a little bit cleaner. I know usually if you dump straight in, even if it's a log lift bag or a an IBC tote, if the difference of cleanliness, you know, the lack of mess per se for scraps and things don't usually go into the bags or the totes if you're, you know, taking it right off the splitter, discarding of the scraps to the side and putting the piece in. I do like that. However, a conveyor to dump into these things would be really, really nice. Although some of the catch trays and things like that, you know, they tend to collect some stuff, and if you're going straight into a conveyor, well, a lot of those scraps go straight up the conveyor. So that's to be, you know, kind of par for the course with the horizontal splitters. Now I know some of those vertical splitters, you know, they have a table, and that's pretty nice because instead of you sending the piece that you're splitting into the conveyor along with the scrap, right, you're kind of babysitting in real time each individual piece, and you can take the time and the care to, you know, pick up the piece instead of just slide it in, pick up the piece, toss it in, and take your hand and clean the table right off. And those are, you know, the types of machines that I find really awesome, because you still have the benefit of the conveyor and you still have the ease because it's a vertical with a table of sweeping the the scrap off and not having it just kind of get, you know, processed right in with everything. So if you guys are interested in trying out some of these log lift bags, AJ Schaefer up in Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania area, super nice guy. Their yard is not too, I'm trying to think of what highway it is, but before I botch that up too much, AJ Shaver has really nice equipment up there. I mean, he's got everything from really large, crazy cool commercial processors that'll really, I mean, floor you, all the way down to, you know, entry-level type of splitters, you know, that somebody that's a rural property owner might find very appealing. You know, we heat with hood we heat with wood here at Mount Tammany Ridge, and that's only something that's developed over the past 2.5 years. So it's kind of been in the making now that this is the most ramped up we've been on supplying our own heat with firewood. So, but yeah, AJ Shaver sells these log lift bags, and I think there's another brand that he sells of these log lift bags, and I think he did a review, so you might want to check out his channel. Now, if you want to contact AJ, you can contact him by looking up Shaver Specialties Services and Sales. Okay, I think I got that right. Shaver Specialties Services and Sales. So yeah, just call them up or email them, ask for AJ. He's awesome, super good guy. I went up there to get these bags and the sky just seemed to have opened up as soon as we started, you know, moving these bags around, getting them ready to put on the truck. And we really didn't get a whole lot of time to talk. He had some other things that he had planned for the day, and he was nice enough to put aside some time, a small window, to get in there, get us our bags so we can get out. And I appreciate that, AJ, I really do. And so again, yeah, these log lift bags are pretty cool, and it's a fantastic alternative to the IBC totes, because again, you can put these things on these skids and pick them up just like an IBC tote, with a little bit more ease. You know, they can get a little weeble wobble action going on if you try to be a little too swift. But however, yeah, you can still move them around like that. You know, pull them up to your back door and then just, you know, pull down the bag and take out as you pull the bag down, and it's just great. Oh, another benefit is that you don't have to take up, after you empty these firewood bags, right? You can just kind of ball it up, fold it up, you know, haphazardly if you want to, and stuff it in another empty one. So every bag after you empty them, you've got one bag that you can stuff a whole bunch of them in there. I haven't done it myself and actually taken account of how many of those bags you can stick in one of them, but that's also another benefit. So as the winter goes on, you don't have, you know, IBC totes and stuff as far as the eye can see. So that's another big sales pitch as far as I'm concerned. I was sold on it when he was talking about that in one of his reviews. So, but that's going to be it for today. Thank you for hanging out with me and, you know, doing a little processing, a little bit of yard cleanup, things like that. And I'll catch back up with you between now and the weekend. Might be a YouTube short, might be long form, I don't know. It really all depends on the schedule and the weather. The weather has been a major factor here, and I'm way behind on this firewood processing thing. So if you could, like, comment, subscribe, and share with your friends, that'd be great. And see if we can get that subscriber count up some. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Thanks for hanging out with me here at Mount Tammany Ridge.